Testing. Testing. Oh, hey guys, this is Tehfireyspartan here, and as of right now we are live. Well, not really, but still. Okay, so now we should be good. I just brought my mic closer, so that way you can hear me. Oh, it's on. Cool. Hold on, let me check. So, hey guys, Tehfireyspartan here, and we are officially live on our third live stream. So, it will start soon. As right now, please make sure you've got your friends. Everyone and everything can come together in the single thing. Let me just get my resources and we should be good to go. Alright, let's get started. Okay, hello everyone, Tehfireyspartan here, and we are officially live on this third live stream of Tehfireyspartan. As of right now, I'm just chatting with the audience. Feel free to join the train and make sure you subscribe for more Tehfireyspartan. Anyways, so Riley in Animate says, "Whoa, peak." So, yeah, it is really peak in my eyes. Also, the intro you just saw right there, that was the one that I made all by myself with a lot of videos from the Super Dean and Tehfireyspartan channel from 2020 to 2046. Yeah, 2046, yeah. Anyways, this is our third live stream. And it's been a while since, it's crazy it's been a while since the last one. The last one I did was from 2024. While I was animating a new BFDI thing. A BFDI 16. I was reanimating one. Anyways, for some reason, I've got something to tell you. So, originally there was going to be a live stream for 2025, but let's say I just got a little mixed up in other things, such as Battle for $20 2 and BFDI with Flippy episode 18. Those out. It's time to just enjoy the show. But before that, we need you to invite some friends. So if you want, you can actually just share this video with your friends and share them everywhere on Discord, YouTube, whatever. Just send the link to everyone, all your friends. And after that, we can get started. That's okay, that at least you made up for it. It sure is. So as right now, we have a few people. Okay. Hey Tehfireyspartan, if you had to work on one object show, what would it be? Definitely Battle for $1 Million. Because even with both object shows unfinished, Battle for $100 million is more stylish and deserves an ending. Even with Battle for Dream Island with Flippy around the edge, it's more of like a clone of a lot of BFDIA, but something happens. And if you're wondering how I have the idea, originally during my other presents, I thought maybe a cheeseburger or maybe me could join the show, like the BFDI 18. Anyways, before I could, so basically the cheeseburger thing would have been going strong around my head. However, when Dogman came out back in 2025, yes, the movie, not the book, I found flipping to be kind of weird. So much to the point that I decided, wait, maybe we should include it in BFDI. So that's why I edited BFDI 17 to include auditions to edit the auditions for for BFDI 18. Well, 17, except for the fact that Dar is replaced by Flippy. And for some reason, Flippy won by a landslide. I mean, it's to be expected, but still. Can you do unedited version 2 by redacted or whatever? For BFDI 18, the IDP 1 part of the remix, but replaced with the sources with BFDI 1 to IDP with the room with the Hugo's custom source and with RJ's custom source. Why would I ever do that? I was originally going to watch the Minecraft movie in theaters, but they announced they wouldn't be theaters anymore because of the chicken jockey. Yikes. Well, thank God I got to see it, and for some reason it wasn't really like loud as the usual way. In fact, no one even shouted the phrase, if I remember correctly. Not even the flint and steel and the nether. nor the crafting table. I must admit, the lava chicken thing is pretty fun, but it's a little repeated, whatever that is. Anyways, BFB and throw, but everyone is Tehfireyspartan except Fiery. We may actually be able to see it, but who knows? But I don't really do FLA edits as much I did in the past. But anyways, now we've got some people here. It's time to start the actual thing. So first off, we're gonna go for behind the scenes of some of my Spartan mixes that are finished. Then we're gonna go through a Q&A. And then we're gonna do some voice requests, behind the scenes of the FLA files of Battle for $2 Then we're gonna see a sneak peek of Battle for Palace Objects Reloaded episode 2A, but it's 2010 or 2011. And then finally at the end we're gonna announce a specialist collab for Spartan Mix. Anyways, now with that taken care of, let's get started, shall we? So first off, we're gonna take a look at some Spartan mixes. While I'm at it, you can request Spartan mixes that you want to see well, hold on real quick. Let me just do something real quick. Hold on. So first off, you can request Spartan mixes that you want to see. I'll check the file explorer and see if it's available. So if anyone can, you can actually request Spartan mixes that you want to see behind the scene. Okay, so hi, la baba, which is pumpkin in English. Hi, and how did you turn to? I did not turn into Shelly. It was just a coincidence. Oh, I eliminated. Oh, you're talking about Danny's world. I see. Well, whatever. Whatever. So, request some Spartan mixes from this channel what you would like to see. Oh, and you can also request some Spartan shorts, but I don't really care for them. So yeah, look for this channel and start recommending. Okay. You know what, I'm just gonna make a Q&A. Whatever. What would you like to see take a look BTS out and start. Just remember, it has to be from this channel or from Subadine. Anything that isn't on my computer will not make the cut, unfortunately. Oh, I just got my seed. So, one of my animators finished the scene, but you will not be able to see it, unfortunately, due to spoilers. What? No signal? Why? I'm just taking a look at some of my. I'm just using a Q&A real quick. Don't worry, it's just temporarily, and when we get to the actual. Oh man, my Windows XP filter was sheet broke. Oh, that's sad. Anyways, anyways, if you want to see a Spider Mix that you want to see behind the scenes of, you can take a look at my Q&A and then request something for me to take a look at behind the scenes of. Who's your favorite character from BFDI? Obvious, Fiery. But don't you know you can also take a look at behind the scenes of. Coin? What? Oh, it's just coiny. If you if it's not showing up, don't worry. You could just you could just request here. That way you know what. Oh yeah, I forgot to start the wood. I forgot to start the music. Hold on. search around my channels and look for a remix that you want behind the scenes of. I'm actually gonna do 2 because, well, time constraints. I don't want it to be like 6 hours like it was in the first collection. Okay. Okay, so Donuts Party Mix my version. So you're talking about the version 2? Like the version 2? Like the one that was released on February 24th? If you are, then yes, it's allowed. Tehfireyspartan is your main thing. Oh. Actually, I'm not. They're just coincidental books with different covers. Hold on, let me check my microphone. Oh. Hear me better now? Anyways, Donuts Party Mix my version, yes, it's included. Unless you do the version 1, that's not counted. So, you request the Donuts Party Mix version 2? So, DJ? Okay, so I guess that means I guess version 2 is selected. Tehfireyspartan Riley collab when? Maybe. I'm not really a great fan of doing collabs with other people, but I do anime Battle Between Dollars, and it has some animators. As a little thing, it started out as one animator, just me, but now it's been upgraded to 3 animators, me, Audimations, and Epic Bucket. And now maybe we can add one more animator because that animator will be in Battle Between Dollars episode 3. That animator is also a Spartan mixer, just like me, which is actually pretty nice, you know. And they have less subscribers than me, but that's okay. They're pretty cool. Anyways, you can request one more Spartan mix, and that's it. We don't want it to be like 6 hours like last time. You're very well, Brad. Well then, I don't really like that phrase that you just said, Church. Reminds me of that one BFDIA 4 scene where, let me quote, "I always thought you were well red." Get it? Well, I thought you were warm. Anyways, request one more remix, and then we're gonna continue on. But it has to be from this channel or from the Super Dean channel. If it's not, I won't. Anyways, I made a scratch project that to make your own Battle Between Dollars. I can send you the link if you want to see. Sure. I made it just for you. I can check the super. I can check. I can check So yeah, send me a link. You know what, screw it. Let's just take a look at one remix. So, yeah. No more requests, we're done. So now we're gonna move on to the next part. Behind the scenes. Let me just find it real quick. Okay. As you can see, this is the behind the scenes of Battle Between Whoa. This is the behind the scenes of the Donut remix that you requested. Thanks, DJ. Oh, what just happened? You missed a lot. Well, basically, we were just a new request, and this is our behind the scenes of that one remix. So yeah, the original, if you're wondering, it's just basically like a ripoff of the original Tehfireyspartan mix. So, and then the next part is just like my own style. Also, if you're wondering how I did that one rainbow effect, easy. Just put a visual right here. Just place the visuals that you want, and then just put a rainbow effect on top, and then just make the HSL adjust change over time, so it's like it's changing color. You have to do it. You have to make sure you do it with. You have to make sure you put it over top the visual source, and also cut it out when the original source cuts out. Oh, you have to make it subtract. That way you can get the full effect. So this is it with the full effect. Also, what you hear right now is the voting theme for Battle Between Stars. Most specifically, episodes 1 and 2. Episode 3 isn't out yet, but it may have a change in the theme. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe something can happen. Okay. Oh, I watched you before. I forgot to subscribe to you, man. I'm sending a link, but I can't see on chat. Okay. Hey, Tehfireyspartan, I can't send a link to the project. Do you know why? And to the other person? Also, can you make a BFDI in a BFDI late modern style? Okay, so to the... Okay, so for the can you make a BFDI in the episode in a really modern style? I actually did at one point. And it did at one point. I was actually making a BFDI version for the BFDI free thing. So basically, I was making a BFDI version of BFDI free, but it just gave up. So, you can't send a link? I don't, maybe, hold on, let me check. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, does your show have scrapped characters? Well, actually, there is one that I do remember. In the remastered version of Battle for $2 Million, there was a script I made that lasted through May of 2024 through January of 2025. At one point, I was actually named Total Fire Island to Total Fire Points, which means that Total Fire Points was actually going to be a contestant before 12 Fire Island replaced it. I remember when you subscribed to me back in 2022 because I had used that one variant of Iridium Martin. Or Iridium Martini. I forgot one year actually. So I think probably in 2023 that was the case. Philip Whiskey 7913. Hello. Hey dude, how's it going? I made a community post about it though. Hold on, let me check. I've had final exams on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I don't think you should be explaining your exams. Anyways, back to the point. If you're wondering how I made that fade out effect, like how modern remixers do it, well, I just used a blur effect, like a Gaussian blur, along with a fade out like a black, like a solid color, and that was it. Any other questions that you'd like to ask? And you may be wondering, oh, don't you have a Q&A section for it? Well, it's final year of high school and I've already graduated. Okay. Anyways, so for the simple fact that I also use the subtract thing. If you're wondering, I also use OMAP helper most of the time just because I feel extremely lazy. Anyways, I think that's enough for the Vegas stuff for now. Let's get into the next section, which on the agenda is actually the Q&A section. Okay, so you can now request Q&A. You can now request questions. For either about Battle for $2 Million, the old version, or Battle for Dream on Little Flippy, or in general just my channel. Okay. Okay, I like trains. Oh, you're making an ASDF movie reference, I see. Most importantly, ASD movie 2. Hey, Tehfireyspartan, how about I send the link to the project on a video of yours? Sure thing. Lol, I don't really mind. Also, you may be wondering how I made that one background for the live stream. Okay, so before I get to your question, I have to answer the one question. How do you make that background? Well, it's just simple as using Adobe Animate to animate it along with Tehfireyspartan characters. I use the layer effect so that way I can get a full thing. And I also changed the background using the effects. Well, yeah. So basically, I just used the color changing effect, like hue, and then like the hue, and then I just changed it. So yeah. So for the Windows Remix question, maybe I can make a remix of Windows again. Who knows? Maybe I can. In my opinion, I love Windows 7 and my least favorite is Windows Me. Windows Me have too many bugs. Yeah, I agree. Hey, even if Windows Me is pretty good, sometimes it's just in my mind that maybe Windows ME has been riddled with way too many bugs. Tehfireyspartan me question, brah. I sent out the latest video. Okay, let me go check. Okay, so now I'm editing the video and the reason why the most latest video. Okay, so I sent out the latest video. Please check it out on stream. Well, really, I can't. It's just kind of my limitations. Checking DJ. I'm checking everywhere and seeing nothing. You could just send me the numbers for it, so that way I can see it more properly. Because, well, for some reason, Scratch has a project ID, and yeah, Scratch uses the project ID to store projects, right? So you can send it. You can send the project. You can send the project ID right here on the chat. Okay. As for the other question, if BFDI got cancelled, how would you feel? Well, I would feel sad because one of my favorite shows coming to an end. And if I you know what I mean, like the numbers for like the numbers after scratch.bit.io/project/ and then there's numbers. You can send it here if you want. If you can't, then it's just no biggie. I can just use... No biggie. You could just send me on Discord. If you have one. Alright, second. Will you ever release the Battle for $1 files? If yes, when? Actually, surprise, surprise, I actually already did release the source files. The first set of source files was released on March 2025. Just a week after Battle for $3 released. I wanted to show everyone how I didn't make those scenes, so yeah. I also released the episode 2 FLAs along with the release of episode 2, which is actually kind of surprising, considering the fact that FLA files usually don't really get released during this point. So to answer your question, the FLA files are already released, and just to let you know, when episode 3 releases, I'll release the FLAs as well. Oh, you did not just search up Tehfire Island. Oh, I meant Tehfireyspartan. It's basically a combination of Tehfire Island and Tehfireyspartan. Speaking of those characters, I think it's about time we actually get to the next part. The next part is voice requests. Request a voice that you wanted me to say in a certain character's voice out of these ones. So yeah, request voices and I'll do them. Okay, your Discord is... Okay. Okay, let me add you on Discord. Okay. Do. Repeated. And boobity boom. Okay, it's been sent. I just sent you a friend request. You can kindly request it and just... And boom. Hello. So if you want, you can send me the link, and I'll just check it out when I get the chance to. Okay, so 7. How do you feel about Vista? You may want to pitch it up just up 3 semitones just so you can get the full effect. So let me just turn the volume down and boom. Now you can get clear audio. So let me just try to do it in a 7 voice. You may want to pitch it up 3 semitones, but yeah. I guess I feel fine. Windows Vista, well, she's kinda cool, but, not really. Just make sure that she gets this, okay? Anyways, this is Tehfireyspartan. Anyways, that's all right now. Tehfireyspartan, well, yeah. Windows 7 feels neutral about Windows Vista, but she's kind of meh, as she says. Also, side note, Windows Vista is a girl in the series, and will appear at some point, but I'm not really sure. Send me more voice requests and I'll do them. Okay, 2. Cool. 1 and 2. Back in my shoe. Oh, wait, I don't have any shoes. As for the Windows Me one, you may want to pitch up 2 semitones. Like, Windows 7 is, like, so cool. I wish she was never eliminated. Well, she's not eliminated, like, yet, but still. If she ever, like, got eliminated, then I would be very, like, sad. I hope she, like, wins the show and gets the, like, $100 million. Like, yeah, bye! Oh, also, they might, okay, so that might be not be Windows ME, but that's probably not normal behavior, but okay. You'll see when episode 3 releases, just let you know. If there's any more voice requests, I will gladly do them. Okay, so for Windows Me, it also pitched up 2 semitones. It's Windows Me after all. Would you like upgrade to Windows Me? But I'm boring. Like, I'm not boring. Oh, like, wait, they say that, like, she's buggy. I know I'm like but that doesn't mean that doesn't mean I'm like what? Now I know that you don't use the Burrito voice anymore, but can you make Burrito be mad at Tehfireyspartan? That's obviously ridiculous. Tehfireyspartan, you better explain to me, mate, that you did not just terminate my act out of it. Okay, so for the other one, I may have to turn my volume down because there may be copyright, but still. Do you know that it was a cancel Windows called Windows RC that OC didn't have a boot screen, but was just a plain Windows? I would just Windows Me answer this. Hey, Windows Me! Like, yeah? You may want to see this. get all the way, like, Windows, like, Odyssey. It's, like, totally trash. I'm still, like, glad it wasn't an OS that was actually, like, released to, like, public. Excuse me, like, public. Public, I like say public. Like, whatever. You can enjoy your seat again. Why, thank you, me, or whatever. Anyways, so, I guess that's it for the voice things. So, it's now time for the next one. Behind the scenes of $5 Between Dollars Episode 1. Okay, so now it's time for the now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for. The truly only behind the scenes of episode 1 and how I did it. Now actually, Battle Between Dollars episode 1 was made of Flash 8. But I'm just talking so please note that this will contain some AI voices. So, just for the timing sinks, I've turned it down. Whoa, it could turn it down, but if I want, but unfortunately, well, sadly, I can't really turn it down, so, I'll just use Flash, because why not? So, I'll be right back with the FLA files. You can still request Q&As, but just so you know, the thing is over, so can't really do anything about it now. Oh yeah, there's episode 1. Okay, this is the first scene, everyone. OMG, I Flash too. I'm glad people use Flash as well. At this point, I think you can hear the music again. So, at this point, Windows 2000 was voiced by Grady, and Carrie, that's another story. Also, do note that Battle Between Dollars episode 1 and 2, as well as other episodes, use Flash 8. Please note, also for people who want to audition, just so you know, you can now use Flash CS for E. Okay, I think you should make a fake BFDIA 25 video. I am not interested. What do you use to stream? OBS. Duh. So I'm making an object show, but I'm a bad animator, so I actually have 2 object shows. So I have a bad animator and I need animators. One is called Fredo's Object Show, and the second, the FDRC edition. I know he used to voice Carrie and some other characters. means such as Fire Push and Leafy Push? Well, yes, I did use a bit of AI, but unfortunately, I just stopped using AI completely. Well, Battle Between Dollars Episode 3 will have a little bit of AI, but it's not to be worried about. It's just a weird thing. OBS seems to be OBS. Yes, any animation software is supported. I don't care if you used AI, lol. So, the fade-in you are actually seeing is actually the cell from BFDI 1B from all the way back in 2010. If you're wondering, I used a little smear, but not really a smear. So there's this little thing coming around, and funny thing, and that was just me poorly creating a Windows Steven's backside. Oh yeah, if you're wondering, Battle Between Dollars is made with Windows XP. Windows XP. I'm gonna audition using Flash 8. Wait, which FLA do I use? Why not download all of them? Whoa, that's a lot of FLA files. So, well, 18 to be exact. Oh boy, the pointing camera thing. It's used in AI in Octopolo. That hand right there. If anyone wants to help with animating, then contact me at Discord. My name is whatever. Oh no, I mean Acid Flow. So this is Windows 2000. Just using the hand thing, so like that one used to the FTI to keep characters asking a question. Also, up to this point, there won't really that much edited assets other than that one thing. But this is the first use of custom-made AI assets, people. And then Terry, he follows the same rules. I'd use the corny mouth from the FBI AIDS, and I need to have a little thing for a thing. And then this thing. I don't know why, but seeing as it now, it reminds me of WoW when Carrie does the oh yeah, it's howling as long as time's allowing. You better stop right now. And then the blur thing. It's also remedy of episode 6 of Virgin Mine, where it just does that for some reason. And then Carrie says that it's created 2008. And then, oh yeah, for some reason it just did this. If you're wondering. I just kept some things in the same layer for some reason. Oh yeah, if you're wondering about this hand thing, it's actually the leg bit above thing. I don't know why I managed to do that. And then Carrie Hopper's Mr. Thousand DVD was actually blank DVD. Oh, then Miss 2000 does the Check It Eyes thing or whatever. And then Miss 2000 like, thank you.
Thank you.
And then blank DVD just does that. I don't know why, but apparently this was actually taken from the original script from like 2022. But I just added some stuff and added some replacing characters with others. Okay, honestly, I'm gonna use Anime 2022. Just remember, if you use Anime 2022, then it's not gonna be the best. I guess this is the first point I used lip sync. What if Blank DVD actually got eaten? I doubt that would happen, but it would have been really funny if he did. Pan. Well, folks, this is a true moment about Windows history. And then the Windows 2000 just runs off. So that's scene 1, and now we can go into scene 2. This was finished one day after scene 1. In that point, you reused that one bunny thing from like season, whoa. Like, scene 1. Yes, scene 1. Anyways, back in the day, and sometimes I just use recorded sounds with my phone for some reason. And then it's just when it's about to be dropped. I don't know how he didn't get her, but whatever. And then he has no idea what's going on. And then Tehfireyspartan just like, oh cool, my template map in this is my new optic show. Wish I just used that. And then Ellis. Then Newsflash asks who he is. I don't know why, but I aimed at cartoon book. For some reason, I named it, well, that. It's in Spanish for some reason, and I don't know why. And then I just did Newsflash doing the one object show. Which, if you don't know, it sounds like this.
New object show about.
I don't know why it's like that. Oh yeah, it's actually not spoilers, it's just ideas I had in my head. Just so you know, Ryle animates, it's just ideas I have in my head. They may be considered, may not be considered, whatever. It's just ideas I had in my head during that time. Those ideas may not be considered anymore. Whoops, sorry. I just dropped my mouse. So you mean the paper thing, where Carrie's just a paper? Sometimes it's just things. Actually, it's all the papers. It's work. Oh, actually, the reason there's a lot of contestants in paper is because that's the papers when to show that they're terminated. Not really all of them are terminated yet, but it's just a few, and that's it. And then it's just the show is about. I don't know why I said but instead of about. And then it did that one cool thing where it just you catch the $100 million, shine appears, it's like you catch it, and then we caught the $100 million. Oh yeah, I made that one thing just like those object shows from 2015 and 2016 or 2014 if you really feel like it. And then that one hand thing, which is actually just Mr. Bowser just doing the thing from like a lot of object shows. Even Needle does it in BFDI 8. Okay, who's your most loved and hated character on Battlefield Dollars? Do I really want to do that? It's like what Anderson Object Show said. Like picking a favorite child. It's ugh. Anyways, it's Tehfireyspartan just anyways, and then he just like then when he surprised and just ask Tehfireyspartan. Oh, and then he just roll over. And then Leafy Push just asked what the object show was again. And then that thing, like what happened. And then Leafy Push is like, oh okay. And then it's just the entire cast. At this point, some characters didn't have any lives yet. I'll just tell you which characters that did not have lives yet would be a hassle. So I'm just gonna show you the characters who did have lines first. Blank DVD had lines, along with Carrie, Windows 2000, and Leafy Push, and Total Fire Island. The others didn't have lines yet. And then that whole thing again. Lol. And then that one thing. And then Tehfireyspartan just doing the ether pose. This may be a running gag. I don't know. But now we get on to the FLA pilots for episode 3. So originally, Pentagon Animates was going to animate this, but due to the time but unfortunately, I had to animate it because, well, she wasn't. He wasn't. Why do I always get genders wrong? Whatever. So Pentagon Animates just couldn't animate the scene, so I had to do it for them, or him, whatever. Then I just did the thing. I did this, and then another sweet, and just weird. And then that one BFDI 5C or 5E reference. And then boom, the teams. So this is the technology, this is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Oh, and this is where I began to do a storyboard for it. And then Tehfireyspartan just pushes Mr. 2000 away. Then he literally just explains to make team names. Oh yeah, at that point he just goes into the animation mode and just walks like that. And then oh yeah, Blank TV was originally going to have eyes in his top and mouth on his bottom. But that's been changed during production. Oh yeah, Blank TV was originally going to be small for some reason. Just did that. And then Firepush says, right! Yeah, originally Firepush was going to have to be like sitting. It was just going to be a cut to Fireplush. And then Perry loads something, which actually is a team name. And then a check mark. originally going to be Computer's face. And then it's gonna happen again, and boom, that technologites. And then Leafy Bush just says, "Great fake Computer, this teammate is awesome." And then it's gonna be, then it changes to Fire Bush, and then Leafy Bush is just like, shush. And then Pizza just realizes that they already made team name. What this actually is a that's just a cool thing is it's actually a blurred thing. It's actually a blurred visual of what you. It's just a blurred visual of the technologies. Hey Tehfireyspartan, what screen resolution does what you use? Is it 4060, 464? I have trouble reading this. Anyways, 640 by 360. Well, it's just like the FGI, where it's just like that. But I just increase the screen resolution so that way it can fit a lot of screens. And then the FPS is simply 24 FPS. No explanation needed. And then here's when his first and second to the last line for episode 1, by the way. And then Tehfireyspartan's like,
nah, how about Arrow?
Yeah, she's like, let's not do Pizza's idea, let's do Arrow. Anyways, if you're wondering, that's the Check It Eyes again. Lol. I just like doing Check It Eyes. And then more lip syncing. Hooray! And then he's like, then Tehfireyspartan is like, hey, no, Tehfireyspartan, and then they all argue. Well, Burrito's in here. And then just Tehfireyspartan. Please remember. And then scene 4. For some reason, this was finished way after. This was done way after. Done way before scene 3. And this is basically the kind of like the BFB art style. I don't know why I did that, but okay. And then he's just like doing the Gappa pose. It's just like Pizza doing Team Yoni, get out the puffball ASAP. It's like the FGA 5. Okay, gotta go, bye. Please be check out the Scotch project. I'm back, and am I the only one here? Nah, oh, okay. And then it's just like the same team no name, team 1, what's up? I don't know why I keep saying team no name, whatever. Anyways, I did that. Was actually, and what do you believe that there's this? I don't know why, but what? It's just like, what have I done? And then it's just like, it's like the voting thing, except it's replaced by technologites. Oh yeah, this is going to be Burrito's first ever line. And then Burrito just comes to the rescue and says, and I quote, "Sonic the Hedgehog free." And then Pizza just objects, but unfortunately, it just... Which I also recorded. Oh yeah, and apparently it just tried the BFDI's back out art style. the scene probably everyone loves, the Sonic the Hedgehog face jump scare. Even though it's not really a jump scare. Let me just make one of it real quick. I tried to move until we animate the thing. Hold on, let me do one thing real quick. Okay, one more edit and then I'm done with editing if a lady follows me around. Check this out. Duh. That's just so weird. And then the context explaining. Notice how I actually use like blurring and other stuff. And then we get to the part where the challenge explain thing appears. And then ready, set,
Go!
Not really lip syncing, but okay. And then we get to scene 5, which, believe it or not, you can actually see that this has a secret message. It says, "Hi there, come on in. Welcome to the ecosystem." So you use our most famous fashion designer. That was just took it from Animal Crossing. That same back thing. And then it just pans across the entire group of people. And then Pizza just does that one thing again. So it's like Queen doing the do we get to choose which player? And then all except Pizza. Here's a funny thing. If you click into it, there's a secret thing. A funny thing is, I hit this after the Flippy invasion. So, if you're wondering what it says, "Hey guys, here's a funny thing to do. Search up Dogman, Funny the Booth, with your face, and click on the first video you see. Now enjoy the 45 seconds of Flippy." Well, I think it may have been 40 actually. Imagine it was called the. So glad to be just live. So yeah, that's there. And I did some. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, Peter was originally going to say, well, like, something like, "Hey, I jumped, and I was so close to getting to the other side of the cliff, but I fell. Dang it." He wasn't supposed to say "dang it." Anyways, pants burrito and another piece of lipstick. Cool. And then we're like, it's more kind of like GFDIA art style. Anyways, so burrito's like, anyways, that was a pizza. So if you're wondering who didn't get in. So if you're wondering how each person opted out, one is found is like, sorry, I don't really do cooking, so just And then Windows 7's like, how about you go? It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. And then Tehfireyspartan's like, but once I actually grew up with Windows 7, you're showing, why don't you do it? And then the board back then, it just says that we're cooking the strongest person, so it's best we pick the one who's got muscles. Point TV doesn't have any arms, so that's why he speaks here. And then Fire Push and Leap Push up top. So all three got ruled out, including Fury because, well, because he can't really, because teleport and ball would be cheated. For some reason, this also foreshadows the infamous and my favorite BFDAE character, Sticker. I'm pretty sure that technology wouldn't really like that. Like Sticker. Oh yeah, that one BFDA 1B reference. I don't know why I did like that, but whatever. And then basically did like a whole BFDI, really BFDI reference. They were just like, and then just like, Fury's walking. And the technologists are happy with their choice. Then Rio's like overlooking, and then it's like, oh, well, that means I go. And then did that. I don't know why they like.
Toodles!
That was cringe like there. God. That's it for scene 5. We just got 2 scenes and then we'll move on to the next segment. We have basically just scene 6. It's like, oh, so basically now it's time. So basically, okay, so the technology that you got carried, which I did that one be a DS6 thing again. And then just zooms into Rito because. And then Rito was just passing it first. Oh yeah, at that point, I didn't have the storyboard. And oh yeah, there's right here. I made this drawing with the storyboard. And now, read it. Hello, I am the scripted speaker box. Yeah, I don't know why I made that voice. And then that one like that thing where it's like, and then Will just kicks the ball. I don't know why I just used the force thing. Name is Blair and boom. This ball is right here. And then Tehfireyspartan like, whoa, that's far. And then he's like, okay, anyways, it's up to Exit Carry. And just like that, by the way, it's funny. And then he's like, okay, you've got this carry. So then he just kicks the ball and boom. It's just like a thumbnail. Like, Jesus. And then there's a scream sound. And then the ball hits Yo-Yo Land. And then the shocked faces. And then Tehfireyspartan's like, that's far enough for you to be safe. Congratulations to technology, you win immunity. And then like, yeah. I was just lazy back then, so. And then Tehfireyspartan's like, in song like free, prepare for what you need to be terminated. And then it just cuts to the voting screen, which I think you've already known if you've seen this by far. Oh yeah, if you're wondering right there, that was the original credits, not the ones you see in the official episode. Like the like the old credits, like from episode, whatever. So this is the original credits after Animates just couldn't do it. And this right here is actually the credits you see in the official episode. Hey, want a teaser for episode 3? Yeah, this may actually happen. Anyways, hey Tehfireyspartan, I used your 2009 and 2013 Special 8 pack. Oh, you're saying yes? Oh, so I am. So, this is up skin 7, which actually is the easiest that I made. It was just Firefly saying, what? Yeah. And originally, Firefly was gonna say, hey, what freaking you said a lot in Phoenix the Fur. Basically, it was basically Phoenix saying, Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today. But that was included in the script when I was getting to that show. However, because summer passed, I decided to not include it. And plus, episode 3 of The Amazing Gabriel Circus came out, and I thought the what is pretty funny. So as a little edit to the doc, I made Firefly say what in King's voice, just because it's funny. If you're wondering what it sounds like, you can take a listen right here. 3, 2, 1. What? I don't know why I mean Firefly speak like that, but maybe that could be reviewed in episode 1.5. And here you go. And also, this is the official thumbnail. Well, it used to be the official thumbnail, but I since changed that back in July. So it's basically like a shot of episode. It's basically a shot of episode 1, scene 6, where Carrie just like kicks the ball. Anyways, that's it for the FLA files. There's this one more FLA I have to show you. Hold on real quick. I don't want to show any spoilers at the moment, so I'm just blurring it out so that way you don't really get spoiled. So yeah, this is the thumbnail for episode 1 as of July 2025. So, what you're seeing is the original version, and this is the new one. Ain't that cool? Anyways, that's it for the FLA files. Now we can move on to the next part. So as right now, we're done with these ones, and now we're going to work on some of Battle Between Stars. Well, we're gonna be working on some of my own project, which is actually Battle Between Stars. Oh, why do I keep saying that? It's whatever. It's Battle for Power Stop Reloaded episode 2, but it's 2011. I can take some Q&A questions along the way.
So, now that that's out of the way, we can start getting the video first.
I got the audio file from. It's actually from Spartan Dashes from the VFT Battle for Power Stoppages Reloaded episode 2C. Why do I keep saying Battle for $2? This makes sense.
I'll pick Frosty, because he's always nice to everyone.
Thanks, Sherbert.
Game Spear because he's...
Funny.
I'm a superstar warrior! Again.
Hey Larhus, join my team!
Hey, Werehus. Little si...
Sherbert.
I'm gonna be working on some of the scenes, specifically the gangsters, because he's funny. And the up to Halos, join my team. From a certain someone who I don't want to really care about because, well, long story short, the voice actor did some weird things. Oh, right, I forgot about the...
Game Spear because... Game Spear because he's...
You can still ask questions if you're wondering.
Because... Game Spear because he's... funny! Game... Game Spear because he's...
Sherbert.
Game Spear because he's... He's... funny!
gangster because he's funny. Funny.
He's
Funny.
I'm a superstar.
Funny.
Gangster because he's
Funny.
I'm a super. Because he's
Funny.
I'm a superstar. Warrior. Again.
Hey Larhus, join my...
Just remember, this is we're nearing the end of our moments for our live streams. So make sure to continue sharing this with your friends and stay tuned for more live streams that possibly maybe at the end of the year. We'll see.
superstar warrior. Warrior. I'm a super. I'm a superstar warrior. I'm a superstar warrior. Again.
Hey, Larry.
I'm a superstar warrior. Again.
Hey, Larry. Join my...
Games fear because he's funny.
I'm a superstar warrior.
Okay. I'm a superstar warrior. Sorry, I was just...
I'm a superstar warrior. Again.
Hey,
Superstar warrior. Superstar warrior. I'm a superstar warrior. Again.
hey, Larry. I'm a superstar warrior. Again. Hey, Larry.
Funny.
I'm a superstar warrior. Again.
Hey, Larry.
I'm a superstar warrior. Again.
Hey,
I'm a superstar warrior. Again.
hey, Larry. Join... Hey, Larry. Hey, Larry.
Okay, so this lip sync was the last thing I'll do for today before I move on to the last section. There we go.
Hey, hey, Larry. Hey, Larry. Join... Hey, Larry. Hey, Hey, Larhus, join my... Join my team. Join my...
Hey,
My team.
Hey, Larehus.
Join my team.
Hey,
Blue.
Larhus.
Okay, join my team.
My team.
Oops, I accidentally pressed the...
Team. Team. Team.
Hey, Larehus.
Hey, Larhus, join my team.
Hey, Larehus.
Okay, so... As of right now, please do not leak. As of right now, this is the progress so far. Also, make sure you don't leak this hard work. Spent a lot of time on this, by the way. So, without further ado, after a few adjustments, here it is.
Alright, now that that's out of the way, we can start picking the teams. McNugget will go first because I like him more.
Well, I'll pick nothing because I feel bad that I forgot about him last challenge.
Yay, finally you remembered me.
I'll pick Frosty because he's always nice to everyone.
Thanks, Sherbert.
Game Spear because he's funny.
I'm a superstar warrior! Again.
Hey, Larhus, join my team.
Hey, Larehus.
And that's it. And now, we get to the last part. With number 5 out of the way, we can actually get to number 6. The very last one. The last one happens to be announced for an upcoming Spartan Mix collab. The Spartan Mix collab is basically one sample, but the thing is, we have to make it into a one sample. You ever heard of those one sample of Spartan Mix? Well, you ever heard of those one sample Spartan Mix collabs? Well, now this time we all have to group into a VIG file. You have to all group into a VIG file. I'll group into a VIG file. And remember, just so you know, they must be. It must be. Just just let you know, this is a group project that we could not have dedication about. It may be cancelled, it may not be cancelled, but just let you know, it can happen at one point. Anyways, I think that's it for this Spider-Man special collab announcement. As a special activity, we'll have one more Q&A chat session. So this is our very last Q&A. Only a few more questions and then I'll sign off for the day. So yeah, this is the last question of the day. So yeah, ask questions and I'll answer a few of them before I have to sign off for the day. Well, here's one. Violent Anime says, Song of Cool Boy says, fire so you get eliminated. That's not very nice. But I'm guessing there's a CJK after this, so I'm assuming that was just a joke. We have a few more moments, so let's just spend the time to ask questions. I post a Battle for $20. My real one is, how many episodes of Battle for $20 have? Well, assuming they'll have 10 contestants, I'm assuming that in total the show could go probably around 10 to 11 episodes. Maybe 12, but who knows. Yo, I just remembered, we'll be at BFDAE Assets Pack. I discontinued asset packs a long time ago. All the way back in probably around 2022, 2024, 2025. So unfortunately, no asset pack for BFDAE. You can refer to the BFDAE wiki to get your asset files for assets, but just so you know, no more asset packs. It's just plain Battle for $20 and BFDAE and Battle for Dream will be only. Quite sad now? Well, don't be. Even if you only have a few more minutes, there's one more thing I want to show you. Before I sign off. But please make sure that there's only going to be one more question before we sign off for the day. So ask one more question, and then I'll show you a preview of the next episode about $1 million. My last one is, can I help with Valve for $2 million? Well, we'll see. Send me your Discord and we shall get going. Now because we wrapped up with our questions, I think it's about time we show a little preview. So, you can. So, are we ready? Okay, here's the preview. Anyways,
Are you good?
and that's it. So, yeah. I think it's about time we end the live stream. So, because we're running out of time, so I'll just say this. We'll re-upload the Battle Between Dolls pilot. Maybe if I have enough time and get to my PC, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, I'm going to sign off now, so sayonara. And we've reached our 2-hour stream limit, or limit, if you rather say. Just to let you know that Leafy Plush, Fire Plush, and Carrie will now be voiced by me. Hold on. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you in the next video, next stream, next community post. I may never see you again, but who knows. Anyways, I'll see you in our next video. Rest in peace, Windows 2000. Goodbye and good luck.